Hi, I'm Patrick Nugent with IICLE. I'm here with my great friends Sherri Schneider and Scott Nixon from Life Plan. Scott is the Executive Director and Sherri is the President of Family Benefit Solutions. We wanted to talk just a little bit today about some drastic changes that are going to happen here in Illinois come July concerning pooled trusts and Medicaid in particular. And so I'm going to start with Sherri and just say, in terms of how is this going to affect your elder clients in terms of Medicaid?
Yeah, well, here's the deal. There is a Senate bill that passed the Senate and the House, and the governor needs to sign it. But allegedly, starting July 1st, a lot of huge changes for adults. Illinois Cares RX, which was a very good prescription program for individuals with disabilities and older people, is now gone. The adults living in the city of Chicago could get general assistance, which is cash and medical. That will be gone. One of the biggest issues is prescriptions for adults and children. Medicaid will only pay for 4 per person per month. And if they need more, which obviously most people take more than that, their doctor will have to fill out a prior authorization. So that's another layer of stuff to be able to get medications. There's a lot of changes with dental. Dental used to be grants, and now they're all grant programs will be gone. So for an adult who has a dental problem, they're only going to pull your tooth if it will eliminate going to the emergency room and a hospital stay. Otherwise, there will be no more dental coverage. They're going to change the people who have incontinent needs from 300 diapers a month to 200 diapers a month. The joke is they don't go less, but they get less. Eyeglasses, 1 pair every 2 years. They're getting rid of chiropractic. They're limiting a lot of the therapies, speech, hearing, occupational, physical, a lot of things like that they used to have. They're limiting it now, which is a problem. If you're in a nursing home, they will only let you have 7 days of a name brand prescription at a time, which I think is, so it's a lot more jumping through hoops to get some things, and some things are completely eliminated. If the governor signs this, it will be effective July 1st. It's also under the SMART Act, Save Medicaid Access and Resources Together Act, and if anybody wants more information, they can go to the department's website, which is http://www.illinois spelled out .gov /HFS /agency /pages /budget.aspx.
We'll post it.
I think that's probably the better idea. But it's not good news. None of this is good news.
Right. We'll post it on the video as well. This is for our social media page because we really want their lawyers, we want the clients, we want the people of Illinois to know what's coming down the line. Scott, I know this is going to affect the pooled trusts. I know it's going to affect assets for the elderly. It's going to affect what lawyers can do for their clients that are elderly. Can you talk a little bit about what's going to happen in the pooled trust exemptions?
There were provisions put into this new SMART Act that involved what we called the Deficit Reduction Act of 2005. Under that Deficit Reduction Act, the pooled trust there was a little sidebar that the pooled trust would not be allowed to be a transfer for a person 65 and over. And part of that problem is that they look at it and they say that this transfer for the 65-year-old is going to be what they consider a less than fair market value. A lot of states, immediately after the DRA went through, pretty much they took on this new regulations. Illinois took a long time. Last year they worked with a lot of the elder law community on negotiating some terms and conditions, including the pooled trust being an allowable transfer. And then with this new bill that was kind of ramrodded through, they added changes in what was negotiated out last year by Director Hamos. And unfortunately, the transfer to the pooled trust will no longer be available the date that the governor actually signs the bill. So that'll go back to January 1st, Deficit Reduction Act regulations. So we're still waiting. We haven't heard whether the governor is going to sign that. On that note, a lot of our referrals and friends in the elder law community are really hamstrung with this whole new rule changes. A lot of the things that they were utilizing for estate planning for the elderly are no longer available. Pooled trust was a big part of that. They had things called community spousal resource allowances that were well over $100,000, and the community spouse could have a certain amount of income. They're going to set up new federal minimums that are going to make that nearly impossible to do any sort of estate planning. So I don't know what the future holds for the elder law community in terms of planning here in the state of Illinois. They really want you just to spend down until you're eligible is the kind of the mentality in light of the state's own fiscal calamity.
Wow. So we really are in for some significant affecting changes, not only for the elderly and their families, but also for the lawyers in Illinois, no doubt about it.
One light to just add in there,
sure.
it's one of my colleagues, Howie Burke, who also runs a pool trust, and I were downstate, and we advocated for at least wards of the Public Guardian's Office and Office of State Guardianship to still be allowed to transfer assets over 65, and the legislature or Senate put it in the bill. So there's one little shed of light, at least under those that are the most vulnerable, that we can still use this trust. So if there's any light to the whole situation.
Well, I want to thank you both for taking a few minutes with me. We're actually here at a course, and we're dealing with disabilities and special needs. And ICLE is trying to keep the lawyers in Illinois informed to the best they can in terms of what's going on with statutes and the law and what's going on. We don't know what the governor's going to do, but I'm assuming that we're thinking that that's going to be a signed bill.
It's going to be signed by July 1st for sure.
So we will obviously keep you as informed on these ideas as possible as the changes come. We also will try to get these into written publication form as the changes come down. And I would assume that we're going to see some court fighting coming down the line here as well, would we not?
The problem with the pool trust is you'd have to take the right kind of case and situation that would warrant taking it, and that basically you're going to tell them that you're going to be without Medicaid.
You got to have the right precedent, or you're
for a
going to
long
set
period
yourself
of time.
up. Yeah.
So that's the challenge, and perhaps that day comes, but not right now.
Well, once again, I want to thank you guys so much.
You're very welcome.
Have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Thanks, Patrick.